to derive an expression for a known physical quantity. And we did few examples. First, we have to do the experiment so that we know which quantities the function depends upon, that expression depend upon, and then accordingly we will assume a formula with the help of some dimension analysis comparing the power of dimension of mass, length, and time. We derived an expression. And I hope you remember. Is there any doubt? I can take few more examples, but of this case, that is clear, Rishad. And yes, use
Yes,
of
sir, it's clear.
dimensions in deriving the expression of any quantity. Okay, mostly we did. Okay, let's do one. This is for you to solve, Mr. एक second, I forget the name. Aditya. But Aditya, समझ आ रहा है? Mr. Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you will answer this question. This is the critical velocity of the liquid depends upon. All of you have to solve this question. The critical velocity of a liquid, of viscous liquid through a tube, depends upon radius of tube, density of the liquid, radius of tube r, density of liquid rho, and coefficient of viscosity eta. Just a recap of last class through one example. Coefficient of viscosity eta. So the velocity will depend upon radius, density, and coefficient of viscosity. Find the expression for critical velocity. Find the expression for critical velocity. Yes. If anybody has any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, if it is clear, quickly solve. Time given is 2 minutes. Give me the final answer. I will not. Okay, Naira, you might face challenge because you didn't attend the last class. So मैं आपको hint दे देता हूँ. करना क्या होता है इसमें हमें? We have to assume. We have to find the formula of this critical velocity. Like in this case, some unknown quantity which formula is not known. हम एक्सपेरिमेंट करके ये पता कर लेते हैं कि वो कौन कौन सी क्वांटिटीज पे डिपेंड कर रही है. लाइक हियर क्रिटिकल वेलोसिटी, कोई भी वेलोसिटी हो, वेलोसिटी का डायमेंशन तो v होगा. दिस डिपेंड्स अपॉन रेडियस, सो वी अज्यूम दैट रेडियस टू द पावर a पे डिपेंड करती है डेंसिटी रेज़ टू पावर b एंड कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ विस्कोसिटी रेज़ टू पावर c. If we know the value of abc, which means we know the formula. Proportionality हटाएंगे तो एक कांस्टेंट आ जाएगा, but that constant has to be a dimensionless constant. This is the formula that we assume, where k must be a numerical constant. बाकी लोग करते रहे. This is for Naira because she missed last class. If you want to revise, you can see, but I can continue solving. हम उस unknown quantity का एक expression assume कर लेते हैं, and by assuming that expression, now we can write the dimension on both the sides. Using the homogeneity of principle, left hand side or right hand side, both dimension must be equal. So dimension of velocity using the homogeneity
Can you just
principle.
go to the previous slide?
अब अपने आप करो यार, अब तो लास्ट क्लास में गोविंद.
नहीं सर, सर क्वेश्चन के अंदर लास्ट लाइन दिख रहा था सर.
अच्छा क्वेश्चन देख रहे थे. हाँ ठीक है, ओके, देन इट्स फाइन. Write the dimension on both the side, then compare the powers of dimension ml and t, and then write solve those equations to find the value of abc. Velocity का dimension, radius के dimension to the power a. K is a numerical constant, यानी उसमें कोई dimension नहीं होगी, does not have a unit. Density to the power b and coefficient of viscosity to the power c. Now we have to write the dimension on both the side. Left side it is velocity m0. Okay. Radius dimension will be length only. Density is mass per unit volume, ml minus 3. Coefficient of viscosity, अगर याद हो किसी को, what was the dimension of coefficient of viscosity?
L
ml
minus
minus
1
1 t
minus 1.
minus 1.
ml minus 1 t minus 1. Okay. Right. Now further you have to solve. Yes. m raised to power b plus c. अनारा समझ आ रहा है ये क्या कर रहे हैं हम? थोड़ा शॉर्टकट में कर रहे हैं. You will attend the next class, then you will understand it much better. But एक छोटे से example से you just have to figure out कि हमने क्या किया है. Left side की dimension right hand की side, right hand side dimension must be equal. m0 l1 t minus 1. Right hand side club all those dimensions. So now compare on both the side. B plus C will become 0, dimension of M. A minus 3B minus C is equal to 1, and minus C is equal to minus 1. So C is 1, B will come out to be minus 1, A minus से हो गए तो 3 हो जाएगा, minus 1 is equal to 0. Sorry. So plus 2 minus 1, A is also minus 1. A minus 1, B minus 1, and C 1. So that critical velocity came out K R is to power minus 1, density is to power minus 1, eta is to power plus 1. So that is K R divided, sorry, K eta divided by R times rho. Critical velocity formula, critical velocity of liquid through a pipe. So C stands here for the critical, K eta divided by R times rho, where K is a numerical constant, that value is unknown. So we'll leave it from here. Done?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay, ये भी वैसे मैंने ही कर दिया. Okay, next is इसी का एक नेक्स्ट एप्लीकेशन होता है. अनारा, ये आपको समझ में आ गया क्या किया हमने? थोड़ा
Yes,
बहुत
sir.
10-20%. Okay, great. So we'll do more examples in the weekend batch when you can attend this. Anybody, if you misses your weekday class for some reason, you can attend the weekend. But first, take the permission with me so that I know that you are going to attend that class. Fine. अब इसी का एक दूसरा एग्जांपल ये होता है, the other version of the same application is if we change the fundamental quantity itself. Hypothetically, suppose we belong to a new world in which a new physics is written and the fundamental quantities itself are changed. So this is the second application only. I mean, to find the dimension, in new set of fundamental quantities. Hypothetically, suppose we design a new system in which instead of mass, length, and time, we assume a new system. Randomly, we can take any three quantities which involve MLT dimension. So let's say I'll take an again with the help of an example. Suppose if energy, velocity, and time. This is again the exam question. Energy, velocity, and time are assumed as fundamental quantity. Taken as fundamental quantity. Find the dimension of mass in this new system, because now mass is no more fundamental. Mass in new system. तो इसमें भी हम कुछ वैसा ही करेंगे. पहले फॉर्मूला अज्यूम कर रहे थे, अभी हम डायमेंशन अज्यूम कर लेंगे. We will assume that the dimension of this quantity mass is e raised to power a v raised to power b. अभी हमने डायमेंशन अज्यूम करनी है, पहले हम फॉर्मूला अज्यूम कर रहे थे एक्सप्रेशन. नाउ सपोज द डायमेंशन ऑफ मास, assume that the dimension of mass is e raised to power a या alpha beta कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, b to the power b and t raised to power c. In the new system of unit, the energy, velocity, and time dimension. So mass को dimension m1, l0, t0. The system of unit that is known. Now because they are equated, or equate हम तभी कर सकते हैं जब दोनों के dimension same हो. Right hand side again energy is ml2t minus 2 raised to power a. V is velocity. Velocity actual dimension is lt minus 1 to the power v and t raised to power c. So method is same. Only the question is slightly different. Here we are not finding the expression. Here we are finding the new dimension of this new system in the new system of mass. Mass is no more as a fundamental quantity in this new system. Right, so it become m raised to power a, l raised to power 2a plus b, and t to the power minus 2a minus b plus c. m1, l0, and t. Compare the power of both the sides, find the value of a, b, and c, and again you get the new dimension. Right? Yes, ये आपको solve करना है. A तो दिख ही रहा है साफ साफ. A will be equal to 1
Sir, A
on
is 1, B
comparing.
is minus 2, and C is 0.
A is 1, 2a plus b is 0, so b is minus 2a. That means b is minus 2. Okay. A is 1, b is minus 2. And third one, if we compare, minus
0.
2a minus b plus c is 0. C is 2a plus b, and which is 0, correct? So c is coming out to be 0. So in this new system of fundamental quantity, the dimension of mass is e raised to power 1, b raised to power minus 2, and t raised to power 0. This is the new dimension of mass.
Sir, there is no constant here, no?
हाँ बेटा, because we are not a formula, we are not deriving the formula ना. जैसे हम force का भी dimension जो लिखते हैं, that is ml t minus 2. This is just the dimension. We are now finding the dimension, not an
Okay.
expression. जब expression calculate करते थे, then we have to put a numerical constant because it was proportional. Now it is exactly equal. Understood?
Yes, sir.
The dimension of mass is e raised to power 1 v minus 2 t0. If there would have been some constant, this is not the formula for mass. This is the dimension of mass in new system. This question again asked in नीट नीट में फोर्स वेलोसिटी टाइम का था और जेई में एनर्जी वेलोसिटी टाइम एग्जैक्टली सेम क्वेश्चन सो obviously these questions are quite easy and luckily every year there will be one such question. Such means question belonging to the dimension or dimension analysis from the first chapter. So rest of the question I am giving you as a homework, right? So yeah, someone asked, few students asked that which book to follow for the school level. The new simplified physics by SL Arora. If you want to buy the online, I'll share you the link. New simplified physics, this is the book for the CBSE kids, and physics by SL Arora. And this book is decent enough. Decent enough means it covers the entire basic. It is in two volume. I have the soft copy maybe of previous last to last year's some scan copy because of online last year's use that scan copy so that I can provide you, or you can also get online also, you can get the PDF, but again it is worth buying. So in this book, like chapter has been divided into topic by topic exercise. Every exercise has 10 to 15 questions. So topic wise exercise is recommended for you to do from this. I will also provide the question, but those might be slightly higher than this book. So if you want to first become comfortable at the basic level, this is good to start. So I mean, it's good to do practice. When you do practice, you become more confident in solving the difficult type of questions. Okay, right. So anybody wants to buy the book for a school, unless your school is using some other Pradeep, or this book I find much better than the Pradeep. Okay, I have the some of the worksheet that I will give as a homework. Don't worry. Basic question bank, but because dimension is like a whole chapter, whole physics thing, so there will be like capacitance, magnetic field energy, inductance, those words that you haven't heard. So that's why all the questions, if you are not able to solve, it's completely fine. The terms, the quantities that you haven't done, that quantities you haven't even heard of, obviously you will not know the formula, so it's completely fine. We will leave those questions as of now. And as you progresses with more and more formula you will understand, then only we will be able to use those. Unnecessary giving you the formula for inductance or any other thing. There's no point of unnecessary giving you more information than required. Fine. SL Aroda book you want to buy, you can buy. If you want to download the link, I'll share from my drive. So some exercise, like if you have this, there is exercise on page number 2.35. This exercise is related with, or I will do one thing. I will ask Shasti ma'am to take this PDF only the exercise, and this will be the homework for this current topic. In 11th, I mean 11th onwards, when you're preparing for any competitive exam, or in fact beyond, when you go for engineering or any medical or any study, the only difference in the in the child level and when you do in the 8th, 9th and higher level, in the higher level you have to do something every day, some study every day. In 9, 10 syllabus is so little, so small that even on the exam day, you woke up and you start studying for 2 3 hours, you get decent enough marks. But now it is a continuous thing, every day at least 2 hours per day. That is thumb rule. 2 hours per day per subject. This is the bare minimum requirement if you want to stand somewhere in the and you want to learn something. Obviously competition is getting fierce every day, so that means every day if you have PCM, then you're supposed to do 6 hours self study. If you have PCMB, then 8 hours self study, and tuition classes, school classes are not counted in these 8 hours. 2 hours include first, I mean, the study pattern that should be there. Whatever we do in class, I mean, this should have been first you will revise your class notes. Revision of class notes, why it is important? Because what we do in class, once you scan through, it will hardly take 30-40 minutes, and all the things will be refreshed in your memory, and you will understand the concept thoroughly. Then just after that, no requirement of going through any book. Usually the pattern that has been developed in the foundation level, the basic level, that first I need to go through the whole book. I will read each and every word of the book. Then only I can solve. I have to solve all the examples, and then only I will. But what will happen that by that time you finishes those, we may be at the second chapter. School may be at the third or fourth chapter. So that's why every day 2 hours of the study should be broken, should be like divided in the different 30-40 minutes it will take, or revision of that 1.5 hour class revision will be very easily done in 30 minutes. Then you have to do solve all class example on your own. I'm giving you the basic methodology by which minimum effort you will get the maximum gain. Solve all class example like this question, last question we did, without seeing the solution again. I mean, all the questions, the class example, you have to solve it again. And then a similar exercise like the one I gave today, or if you have any other book, you can ask me which similar questions practice. And again, as a thumb rule, if you want to be very good, minimum 20 to 30 question, as in the new numerical questions, theoretical questions, conceptual questions, you are supposed to do every day. This will again take 30 minutes, and this may take 1 hour. And then after those, the solution of similar question. I mean, all the doubts should be solved. Doubt discussion should be done with me first. No YouTube, no Doubtlet, no internet, please. Those kills your ability to think on your own. Though technology has provided us very many resources, but unfortunately, the intelligence goes inversely proportional. Once you start using the solution, and this was also, I mean, pointed out by Albert Einstein, the day communication surpasses the human intelligence, we will become bunch of idiots. I mean, I'm not saying that for all of you, don't worry. But अभी problem क्या है, किसी भी doubt को आप put up नहीं करते हो. You think, okay, I will see on the YouTube, I will see on the Google. The thing that can be solved in 5 minutes by teacher discussion, it takes 2 hours to see a complete video, even though you may not be able to find the required solution. So this is always an option, but not in the first go. First, you'll solve doubt, discuss doubt with me or with the respective teachers. ठीक है, टाइम अगर अभी नहीं है, तुरंत नहीं है, मे बी वी विल प्रोवाइड यू अ सेपरेट टाइम, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour hardly. Individually I can devote. But please, if you want to make base, if you want to make physics your one of the strongest subject, don't check solution on internet. No internet solution. You have paid your fee here, and that service is provided. ठीक है, तो ये थोड़ी एक बेसिक सी जरूरत थी जो मैं पहले करना भूल गया था आप लोगों से. तो भूल गया था मतलब इट वाज अ डेमो क्लास, सो आई थॉट दैट मे बी once you get settled and you make up your mind, then
So,
only. हाँ बेटा.
so what have we written there? Page number.
2.35, this is exercise from Mr. Arora. If you have the book, then you can try this exercise. It is related to the similar concept,
So,
deriving the expression.
so if we don't have it now and it's just all like 4 5 days, so can you send the
Come
link or
again.
PDF or something? So if we
Again
don't
your
have
voice.
it right now, the book, so can you send us the link or PDF or something?
Yeah, I will share. I'll share
Okay.
my drive link. You can download. His
Okay,
number
sir.
is same in that book again. Yes.
Sir, can you also give some NCRT questions as homework?
बट एनसीईआरटी में कुछ है नहीं, वो कूड़ा है, वो बस जहाज बना के उड़ाने वाली है बुक. आई एम रियली सॉरी टू से दिस, बट एनसीईआरटी ने बच्चों का बेड़ा गर्क कर रखा है. एनसीईआरटी में कुछ नहीं है, वो सिर्फ जंक है, मतलब रद्दी इन फिजिक्स. रखना है उसको, अपने पास रखना है थोड़ा. गवर्नमेंट के पास भी पैसा जाना चाहिए. यू हैव टू बाय इट, but it will not create your base. It has no question to solve. There are questions copied from Principia of Mathematica. There are questions copied from some Russian author book converted in English. आप क्वेश्चन पढ़ोगे लास्ट के एक्सरसाइज के, लगेगा कौन सी लैंग्वेज लिखी है, चाइनीज है, क्या है, जापानीज है, समझ नहीं आ रही है. और बीच के टेक्स्ट के क्वेश्चन देखोगे, दे आर सो बेसिक. So yes, there are one or two questions that you are supposed to solve, but this book has included all those questions.
Okay, sir.
Right? So to begin with, NCRT is not a good book at all. At all means at all. If you want to take my advice, don't start with NCRT. NCRT has very few number of questions. Once you do this, then NCRT will start making some little sense. Okay, what the question is saying. If you want, I can give you a little hint. I'll read one question here. Don't worry, I don't have NCRT, but yes, I have some. No, I mean, sorry to say, but our panelists have made the book which is of no use. The first part is of no use. Second part is decent. Decent, you will get something, not total wastage. So, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. We will do some will question from NCRT also. We will do question from NCRT also. Don't worry. But don't start with NCRT. Yes, that is a precaution that you have to take. The sun is a hot plasma with its inner core at temperature 10 to the power 7. Outer surface is this. At these high temperatures, substance remain in solid or liquid phase. In what range do you expect the mass density to be? I mean, there are questions which are not, you will not be able to relate directly. Okay, what happened suddenly? Why this question language got suddenly changed? So we will solve each and every NCRT question. Don't worry. I'm not saying that NCRT fake na hai aapko. That was just uh, I mean, just a statement. You don't have to do that. NCRT is not first to be used. That's the only precaution you have to use. Once you make the base, NCRT के theory में कुछ है नहीं, पीछे exercise के question में कुछ ज्यादा ही खतरनाक है, कुछ not all, some are very basic. But you feel comfortable around one concept when you do at least 10 to 12 problems of the similar type repetitively and some small little change. ठीक है. सो मतलब नो डिसरेस्पेक्ट, बट एनसीईआरटी आपको डाउनलोड करनी है, बाई करनी है, बट दैट इज नॉट the only resource you are supposed to use. That should not be the first resource you are supposed to use. And the ISC kid, yes, your book Nutan is decent enough. You can start doing the questions from the Nutan. Kumar Mittal is the writer. I also studied the same writer book in my 11th 12th. ओके, परफेक्ट. ठीक है, तो बेटा मतलब वो थोड़ा हार्श स्टेटमेंट मैंने इसलिए बोला क्योंकि बहुत सारे स्कूल में, बहुत सारी दुकानों पे ऐसा बोलते हैं कि यार एनसीईआरटी कर लो और कुछ नहीं करना है. अगर आप सिर्फ एनसीईआरटी करोगे तो अपने पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मार रहे हो. राइट. नेक्स्ट, सेकंड एप्लीकेशन हो गया. एप्लीकेशन ऑफ डायमेंशन पहला था, हमें डायमेंशन से किसी क्वांटिटी की अननोन क्वांटिटी की डायमेंशन पता कर सकते हैं, किसी अननोन फिजिकल क्वांटिटी का फॉर्मूला डिराइव कर सकते हैं. दीज टू एप्लीकेशंस, यू अंडरस्टूड दीज टू एप्लीकेशन? किसी को
Yes,
डाउट?
sir.
ओके, फाइन. नाउ नेक्स्ट move to the third application, which is the important one. To convert the unit system. Unit system means अगर हमें सपोज कोई मेजरमेंट किया है एफपीएस सिस्टम में, टू कन्वर्ट द यूनिट सिस्टम. उसका बेसिक मतलब है किसी नए सिस्टम में न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू फाइंड करना. टू फाइंड न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू इन न्यू सिस्टम ऑफ, to find numerical value of a quantity in a new system of unit. जो भी हम सिंपली कुछ बेसिक पता होते हैं, न्यूटन को मीटर को सेंटीमीटर में, न्यूटन को डाइन में, तो वो हमने अभी तक लर्न किए हैं. 1 न्यूटन इज 10⁵ in a new system of unit. But now we will be finding a mathematical approach how we can convert any quantity from one system of unit to another system. System of unit standard तो तीन थे, MKS मीटर किलोग्राम सेकंड, CGS सिस्टम सेंटीमीटर ग्राम सेकंड, FPS. और इसके अलावा हम हाइपोथेटिकली कोई भी नया बना सकते हैं. कोई भी नया, जैसे one of the hypothetical system of distance is light year. The distance traveled by light year is supposed considered to be 1 unit. Right, so ऐसे हम कोई भी नया system of unit बना सकते हैं, and in that new system of unit we can find out the value of certain physical quantity which is measured in suppose MKS. Now we have to use in a new hypothetical system so we can convert. थोड़ा अच्छे समझना, बेसिक सा ही है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. दिस इज वेरी इजी मेथड. जब भी हम कोई मेजरमेंट करते हैं, किसी भी क्वांटिटी में मेजरमेंट करते हैं, देन what we have two things. एक तो उसकी न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू होती है और दूसरा उसकी यूनिट होती है, n into u. N is the numerical value. Like suppose we measured the length of your table, came out to be 2.5 meters. So 2.5 is that numerical value. U is the unit system. अगर सपोज हम उस 2.5 मीटर की जगह पे, हमने मीटर स्केल की जगह पे we took some small scale which measure only 1 centimeter or something, then it will be 250 centimeter, 2.5 meter or 250 centimeter. Whether you use that meter ruler or you use that small scale which measures centimeter, the effective length is going to be same. So that means when you measure any quantity by using any system, the product of numerical value multiplied by its unit system is always going to be constant. Like 1 meter becomes 100 centimeter when you change the unit. Correct? N is the numerical value जो हमने measure की है, जो हमारे पास numerical value, and U is the unit for measurement. The product of N multiplied by U is always constant. अब U जो unit system है वो हम कैसे calculate करते थे? I mean, how do we decide the unit of any quantity? जैसे न्यूटन के लिए हमने कैसे decide किया था? With the help of its dimension. 1 Newton is actually 1 kg मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर, जिसको हमने न्यूटन रख दिया नाम, न्यूटन को थोड़ा रेफरेंस देने के लिए. That is called Newton, but 1 Newton is actually 1 kg meter into second square. So every unit is expressed in terms of its dimension of fundamental quantity. So अगर suppose हमें कोई unit system change करना है, पहले unit system में numerical value is n1 and unit is u1. If we change to a new system of unit, its numerical value become n2 and unit system change to u2. Suppose u1 is MKS, u2 is CGS, or n1 is maybe u1 is CGS system and u2 is FPS, या कोई भी हमने hypothetically एक नया system बना लिया. So अगर हमें नए system में numerical value निकालनी है, n2 will be n1 u1 divided by u2. Numerical value in the new system of unit that will be given in the question, or you have to figure out which is the new and which is the old system. Old मतलब जो given है, new मतलब जिसमें हम calculate करने वाले हैं numerical value in new system of unit. So n2 will be n1. अब ये कैसे लिखेंगे? m l जो भी है, let's say this is some unknown, some quantity जिसकी dimension आती है m to the power a, l to the power b and t to the power c in the first unit system. Because हम dimension, हम unit कैसे लिखते हैं? In terms of its dimension. Similarly, m to the power a, dimension तो same ही रहेगी. What will change its unit system? So u1 by u2. बेटा ये समझ में आ रहा है यहाँ तक? हम जब भी किसी क्वांटिटी को मेजर करते हैं उसमें दो चीजें होती है, एक न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू और यूनिट सिस्टम. Numerical value to find in a new system of unit become n1 into u1 by u2. u1 हमने put कर लिया ma lb tc, assuming that the dimension of that quantity जिसको हमें change करना है, that is m to the power a, l to the power b and t to the power c. इसको फर्दर ओपन कर लेते हैं, मतलब सेपरेट आउट कर लेते हैं, m को अलग, l को अलग. So if suppose the first unit system,
Sir,
बोलो बेटा.
U2 is the new system of unit.
U2 is the new system, correct? So now suppose m1 is the unit of mass in the first system, m2 is in the second system. Similarly, l1 is unit of length in first system, and l2 is the length unit in the second system, and similarly t1 is the unit of time in the first system. इसमें क्या किया, बस mm को एक साथ कर लिया. u1 means the mass unit in the first system, l1 is length unit in the first system, and similarly fine, unit of time in the second, the first system to
Sir,
similar.
can you please take it back, sir? I could not understand.
Okay, so again I will repeat, don't worry. एक एग्जांपल से और अच्छे समझ में आएगा. लॉजिक ये है, किसी भी मेजरमेंट को करने में हमारे पास दो चीजें होती हैं. एक तो हम न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू मिलती है लाइक 2.5, और दूसरी हमें उसकी यूनिट मिलेगी कि हम क्या मेजर कर रहे थे. इट वाज लेंथ और फोर्स और एनर्जी, राइट? ये समझ गए? Every measurement has two things. One is numerical value, another is unit. अगर हम यूनिट सिस्टम चेंज करें तो न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू भी चेंज हो जाएगी ऑब्वियसली. न्यू वैल्यू ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल न्यू वैल्यू ऑफ न्यूमेरिकल कांस्टेंट इन द न्यू सिस्टम n2 हमें निकालना था. सो वी यूज दैट फॉर्मूला n1 u1 is equal to n2 u2. n2 is n1 into u1. u1 क्या है? यूनिट इन फर्स्ट सिस्टम ऑफ मेजरमेंट. u2 is unit in second system. यूनिट को हम लिखते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ मास, लेंथ एंड टाइम. जैसे यूनिट न्यूटन के लिए होती है केजी मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर. हमने अज्यूम कर लिया जो भी हम फिजिकल क्वांटिटी जिसको भी कन्वर्ट करें उसकी डायमेंशन है m to the power a, l to the power b and t to the power c. यहाँ तक क्लियर गोविंद?
Yes, sir.
ये समझ आ रहा है ना यहाँ तक?
Yes, sir.
ओके. सो फिर हमने इसमें बस मास को अलग कर लिया, ऊपर m इन फर्स्ट यूनिट सिस्टम इज m1, एंड सिमिलरली मास. तो एग्जांपल से देखते हैं, वो ज्यादा बेटर समझ में आएगा. लेट्स से कन्वर्ट 1 जूल इनटू अर्ग. अब ये आपको पता होना चाहिए कि जूल किस सिस्टम में यूनिट है. जूल इज एनर्जी यूनिट, राइट? ऐसा लिखा नहीं होगा कि एनर्जी को कन्वर्ट करें, वो आपको समझना है. जूल इज एनर्जी और वर्क. एनर्जी की यूनिट सिस्टम हमें पता है, जूल इज mks, स्टैंडर्ड सिस्टम इज mks, एंड अर्ग इज सीजीएस सिस्टम ऑफ यूनिट. सो हम कन्वर्ट कर रहे हैं एनर्जी को. सबसे पहला स्टेप हमें पता होना चाहिए डायमेंशन ऑफ एनर्जी, द क्वांटिटी विच हैज टू बी कन्वर्टेड. तो ये एनर्जी रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है और एनर्जी का डायमेंशन हो गया ml2 t-2. so which means a is 1, b is 2 and c is -2. यहाँ तक क्लियर? ये समझ आ गया ना? अभी हमें क्या कर रहे हैं, 1
Yes, sir.
जूल को अर्ग में चेंज कर रहे हैं. दैट अर्ग इज u2. n2 हमें नहीं पता, वी हैव टू फाइंड n2. n2 का फॉर्मूला होता है n1 mass in the first unit system divided by mass in second. a की पावर 1 है, a here is 1. the unit of length in first system divided by second system to the power b. b here is 2, so it becomes square. and t in the first system, t in the second system to the power -2. mks से cgs system में change करना है. so unit system 1 is mks, u1 is mks system and u2 is cgs system. n1 कितना है? 1 जूल. फर्स्ट सिस्टम में यानी एमके सिस्टम में मास होता है केजी में. सेकेंड सिस्टम में सीजीएस मास होता है ग्राम में टू द पावर 1. लेंथ इन एमके सिस्टम इज मीटर, लेंथ इन सीजी सिस्टम इज सेंटीमीटर टू द पावर 2. in mk system time is in second, in cg system time is in second to the power -2. yes, please ask your doubt if anything not clear in this example. हमने 1 जूल एनर्जी को 1 जूल को अर्ग में चेंज करना है. क्वेश्चन में गिवन नहीं था इट इज एनर्जी दैट फ्रॉम द यूनिट. ये आप तो फिगर आउट. अगर हम जूल की बात करें मींस इट इज एनर्जी ओनली. एनर्जी का डायमेंशन ml2t-2, so we get the value of a, b and c. now we applied this formula for unit conversion from one system to another system. गोविंद?
Yes, sir. Sir, got it, sir.
ओके, अब इसके बाद क्या करना है हमें? हमें केजी और ग्राम में रिलेशन तो पता ही है। 1 kg इज हाउ मेनी ग्राम? 1000।
Yes, sir.
सो ये हो गया 10 टू दी पावर 3 ग्राम, और नीचे का ग्राम कैंसिल आउट हो जाएगा, टू दी पावर 1। 1 मीटर इज 100 सेंटीमीटर, सो 10 टू दी पावर 2 सेंटीमीटर। सेंटीमीटर कैंसिल, ये तो 1 सेकेंड कैंसिल हो गया into 1। So this becomes 10 to the power 3 into 10 square to the power 2, that become 10 to the power 4। 3 into 4 multiply करेंगे तो आ गया 7। So that means in the new system of unit, the numerical value is 10 is to power 7. So we converted 1 joule into erg. 1 joule is 10 is to power 7 erg. Right?
Sir, अर्ग का मतलब एनर्जी।
erg energy की unit है। Yes. Erg is the energy unit in CGS system.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, how will we know that belongs to CGS system?
बेटा वो पहले से पता होना चाहिए। Yes, that you should know। ऐसा एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन में लिखा होना जरूरी नहीं है। जैसे एग्जाम्पल क्वेश्चन में यहीं पे था, convert 1 joule into erg, so that you have to know। Yes,
Sir,
some of the quantities।
सर फिर कोई टेबल वगैरह हो जैसे देख सकते हैं?
टेबल नहीं, जब हम पढ़ेंगे एनर्जी, वर्क एनर्जी एंड पावर में, then we will see। So obviously with time, I mean with chapter by chapter, when we discuss, we will discuss the SI unit as well as CGS unit।
ओके।
जैसे फोर्स की स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट होती है न्यूटन।
यस सर।
व्हाट इज द सीजीएस यूनिट ऑफ फोर्स?
Dime.
डाइन। So convert 1 Newton into dyne। ये इंफॉर्मेशन है जो आपको पता हो जाएगी when we do these chapters। लॉज ऑफ मोशन में हम फोर्स करेंगे, एनर्जी, वर्क एनर्जी एंड पावर में हम एनर्जी करेंगे। So now you have to convert 1 Newton into dyne। This is the unit of the quantity of force। न्यूटन को डाइन में चेंज करना है, और कितने डाइन है वो हमें पता करना। 1 Newton, so this is the force। Newton is in the standard system, dyne is in CGS system। What is the unit of force in FPS system? Unit of force in FPS system, FPS system हम लोगों के लिए सबसे less used है। But still चलो कोई बात नहीं, वो सिस्टम यूज नहीं होता तो उसकी कोई बात नहीं है। LBS into feet per second square। नहीं बेटा, अभी हमें ये पता है न्यूटन और डाइन, दीज आर दी कॉमनली यूज स्टैंडर्ड। सो इसमें ये फोर्स, दिस इज फोर्स, डायमेंशन ऑफ फोर्स इज ML T-2। we got the value of A as 1, B as 1, C as -2। N1 here is 1 Newton, N2 is equal to N1, M1 by M2 to the power A, L1 by L2 to the power B, and T1 by T2 to the power C। We will substitute these formula, these values here। Solve करिए। 1 Newton is how many dynes? You have to, you might be knowing, but now you have to convert it। You have to convert it from using this method। Standard system N1 is 1। पहला सिस्टम में MKS, FKM सिस्टम में mass is kg, and in CG system it is 1 to the power 1। 1 meter, 1 centimeter to the power 1। Time is second, so 1 second and 1 second to the power -2। This is gone। kg को ग्राम में चेंज करोगे 10 to the power 3, gg कैंसिल। मीटर को सेंटीमीटर में चेंज करोगे 10 to the power 2, सेंटीमीटर सेंटीमीटर कैंसिल। So that means 1 Newton is 10 raised to power 5 times. The value of force in the CG system of unit 1 Newton is equal to 10 raised to power 5 dyne. Right?
सर एक बार प्रीवियस स्लाइड देख सकते हैं?
देख सकते हैं. So this is the another use of application of dimension. With the help of dimension हम एक system की unit को, तो ये जो दोनों हम कर रहे थे, this is already known, like MKS into CGS we already knew. तो ये नहीं भी करते तो भी चलेगा, but in the question when we completely change the system of unit, completely change the unit of system means like mass we take 1 kg, length we take 1 meter, we make a new hypothetical system in which we change the fundamental unit of measurement only. Anara, any doubt you can ask? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Why Nina? Still you have some doubt? Okay. Anyone doubt in this particular thing? ये दोनों से थोड़ा सा slightly more calculative है. हमने unit system को convert करना है with the fact that product of product of numerical value and the unit product should be always constant. So if we have to find the numerical value in the new system, then it will become numerical value in first system into unit of first system divided by unit of second system, and then we will use the conversion of one into another. So जैसे example लेते हैं, example here is next example is, so हम एक नई system of unity बना लेते हैं, a new hypothetical system of unit, neither MKS nor CGS nor FPS. बेटा गर्व,
Yes, sir.
any doubt?
Sir, no, actually. But I'm still writing it down. So,
Okay, write it down, no worries. The last page?
yeah.
Okay, और किसी को डाउट? आदित्य, आयुष, मान्या.
No doubt.
Okay. Arnav. Fine. आप में से जो आईएससी वाले लोग हो, मुझे एक बार मैसेज कर देना. आई विल प्लानिंग समथिंग. मुझे मेरे व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज कर देना आईएससी किड्स, जो नए लोग हैं, पुरानों को तो मैं जानता हूँ. एनी न्यू किड फ्रॉम आईएससी बोर्ड. एंड एनीवन प्लानिंग नॉन अटेंडिंग, तो वो भी मुझे मैसेज कर दे. नॉन अटेंडिंग मींस दैट डमी स्कूल एडमिशन. If taken, if not taken, if you want to take, then there will be a different strategy for those kids. अगर किसी को लेना है नॉन अटेंडिंग या डमी स्कूल में एडमिशन, तो उसके लिए भी आपको हेल्प मिल जाएगी. But before that, I would like to discuss something with you. And so, I mean, still, yes, there is time. You can take and decide. But yes, we will be having different strategy according to the different group requirement along with this group thing which is going on. Done? बढ़े आगे? Note it down.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So This was the unit conversion. अब हम एक ऐसा एग्जांपल करते हैं जिसमें यूनिट सिस्टम ही चेंज कर दें. Let's say that we change the unit system. We change the unit system, and in a new system of unit, find the value of. I'm taking the example from SL only, so that you'll find the similar question. Find the value of 100 joules in a new system, of measurement which has 20 centimeter, 250 gram, and half minute as the unit of measurement of length, mass of and time, as fundamental unit of measurement of length, mass and time. So अभी हमने एक नया सिस्टम ही बना लिया in a new system which is not at all the usual system that we use for the calculation. In this new system of unit, the mass is unit of mass is 250 gram and unit of time is half minute means 30 second. So अभी हमने 100 joule, which means N1 is 100, U1 is that MKS system. We have to convert in a new system of unit. This is the hypothetical system of unit U2. This is the initial system, which is MKS. You understood the question? पहले हम 100 joule को arg में change कर रहे थे. Now this joule is converted into a new system of unit in which we have decided the unit. It's not the standard one. Right? बेटा क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया ना?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
ट्राई
Yes,
करोगे अपने
sir.
आप या मैं करूं?
Sir, कर लेके try कुछ sir.
सर एक बार ट्राई कर लेते सर.
ट्राई करो बिल्कुल. ये N2 is my formula लिखे दे रहा हूँ. N2 is N1 M1 by M2 to the power, because it is the energy, mass to the power 1, length to the power 2, and time raised to power -2. Sohini and sorry. सब लोग बार अपनी आवाज तो सुनाई दे कम से कम क्लास. Okay. Sohini, how are you? Understood everything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Very good. कम से कम वॉइस हार्मोनिक से थोड़ी आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो. Okay, fine. So we have to convert this energy. N1 is 100. M1 is that standard system, which is 1 kg. New system of unit that we have taken. The mass unit is 250 gram, not 1 gram. 250 gram will be considered as 1 unit. Length in the standard system is 1 meter. In this new hypothetical system, it is 20 centimeter. T1 in the standard system is 1 second. In this hypothetical system, half minute means 30 second to the power -2. Further, you have to just convert this kg into gram and solve, and then meter into centimeter. सेकेंड वाले में वो 1/30 to the power -2 है. 30 को ऊपर कर लो. 30 to
9
the
लाख
power
होएगा आंसर.
9.
9 लाख.
यार अब बड़े होगा. स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट हमेशा जब भी मैनुअल लिखते हैं ना, हम साइंटिफिक फॉर्म में लिखते हैं. ये भी हम पढ़ेंगे इसी चैप्टर में, डोंट वरी.
9 into 10 raised to power 5 सर.
कितना?
9 into 10 raised to power 5.
कुछ तो गड़बड़ किया आपने
Sir,
क्या
9
शायद
into 10 to the power
9
6.
into 10 raised to the power 6.
9 to 10 is to power 6. Yes,
जी मेरे
that's
से
correct.
सर
1 kg को ग्राम में चेंज कर लो, सो 10,000 हो जाएगा ये, डिवाइडेड बाय 250. मीटर को सेंटीमीटर में चेंज कर लोगे, सो 100 सेंटीमीटर डिवाइडेड बाय 20 सेंटीमीटर, एंड दिस इज गॉन. सो ये तो सेकंड ऊपर आएगा 30 स्क्वायर. सो दिस बिकम 4, this become 500 into 4 into 5 square, that is 25, into 30 square, that is 900. So 25 into 4 is 100, 100 into 100 into 100, that become 10 to the power 6. So 1 joule is 9 to 10 is to power 6 new unit. अब new का कोई नाम नहीं है, so you can skip it, you can leave it. It is a new system of unit. That's it. Okay, got it.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got this answer? किसी को डाउट हो मैं फिर से कर सकता हूँ. I can give this. Okay, let's do one more example then of the similar type of new system of unit. बेटा किसी को डाउट, ये आंसर आ गया सबका?
Yes, sir. Rag.
Okay, next is convert 60 watt convert 60 watt of power. Obviously power है, ये क्वेश्चन में लिखा नहीं है, ये आपको कन्वर्ट करना है, आपको समझना है that it is going to be power only. Convert 60 watt into a system that has 100 gram, 100 centimeter and 1 minute as the base unit for measurement. ये अपने आप करना है. I will not give the hint. पावर के डायमेंशन भी हम कैलकुलेट कर चुके हैं. पावर इज वर्क डन अपॉन टाइम, ml2t minus 3. Use this method to find the value of 60 watt in this new system. The unit of mass in the new system is 100 gram, length is 100 centimeter. 100 centimeter anyways become 1 meter, so which means the length unit is same only. The unit of time is 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Aditya, you have to answer this. Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Time is 1 minute.
hello sir.
Yes?
Sir, can I talk to you after class?
Who is speaking?
Garv, sir.
हाँ बिल्कुल बेटा, any time.
Okay, sir.
You understanding this topic, na?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, anyone got the answer? 1 minute is over.
Sir,
So
done.
is it one?
Mm-hmm.
So 1 point.
Is it 1296 into 10
One
raised to the power
point
5?
two.
Into 10 raised to the power 5.
Okay. सभी का ही आ रहा है.
So 1.296 into 10 to the power 8. Yes, sir.
1296 into 10 raised to power 4.
ये सही बोला किसी ने, राइट.
Sir, Govind sir.
Okay, Govind. Right, this is correct. देखते हैं क्या गलती की आपने. It is 60 watts. N1 is 60. Mass तो kg में है. New system of unit is 100 gram. Length in the standard system is meter. In this new system is 100 centimeter, which anyways in meter only. Time is 1 second and it is 60 second in this new system to the power minus 3. So 60, 1 kg become 1000 gram divided by 100 grams, so it will become 10 only. 1 meter is 100 centimeter, this get cancelled out. Second gone, this becomes 60 नीचे था to the power plus 3. 10, so that becomes 60 into 10 into 60 cube. ये कितना हो गया? 6 raised to power 4 multiply by 3 plus 4, 6 to the power 4 into 10 to the power 6, नहीं, 10 to the power 4. एक second. नहीं, कुछ तो गड़बड़ है शायद. Okay.
6 to the power 4 और सर 10 raised to the power 5 होएगा.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, 10 to the power 5 होगा. इसका मतलब बाकी लोगों का आंसर सही है, बुक में गड़बड़ था. 6 to the power 4 into 10 to the power 5 ना.
Yes, sir.
1296 बन जाएगा सर.
ये बन जाएगा 1296. Okay, which means Govind, your answer is wrong. It is 1.296 into 10 to the power 8. Correct.
मैंने सर स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म में नहीं कन्वर्ट किया सर. 10 raised to power 5 ही आ रहा था मेरा. 1296 into 10 raised to power 5 आ रहा था. मैंने सर स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्म में नहीं किया सर पॉइंट के अंदर करके.
Okay, fine. That also okay, but yes, we will see that how to convert into the how to express in the and why it is required to express in the scientific notation. In the new system, it is 1.296 into 10 to the power 8. Anaira,
Yes, sir.
बेटा ये समझ आ रहा है?
हाँ सर, मेरा आंसर पहले गलत आया था,
अभी
बट
सही आया?
हाँ सर, समझ में आ गया.
Another type of question related to this similar topic, conversion of unit. If suppose we take the unit system of unit of, अभी हम ये किस में कर रहे थे? All of these are the base unit. Suppose we change the unit of some derived quantity and something like that. So for example, suppose if the unit of force is considered as 1000 Newton. अभी हम 1 Newton को 1 unit force बोलते हैं. Unit of force is taken as 1000 Newton, which means if there is a 1000 Newton force, we will say that 1 unit force has been applied, and length of unit of length is 1 kilometer. Unit of length is 1 kilometer, and unit of time is 1 minute. find the unit of mass in this new system. Find the unit of mass. अब एक तो तरीका है कि पहले मास को एफ टी और इसमें इनकी वैल्यू निकालें एफ एल टी में, या दूसरा तरीका है फाइंड द यूनिट ऑफ मास इन दिस न्यू सिस्टम ऑफ मेजरमेंट. दूसरा तरीका क्या है, क्योंकि हमें ऑलरेडी फोर्स की डायमेंशन पता है. द डायमेंशन ऑफ फोर्स
F is
इज
equal to ma.
mlt minus 2. हाँ बेटा, अच्छा डायमेंशन ऑफ फोर्स बोल
मास
रहे
इनटू
थे आप.
एक्सेलरेशन से भी कर सकते हैं.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, एक ही बात है. सो अब हम इसमें क्या करेंगे, we'll find out the dimension of mass in terms of force, that become f t square by l. So अब unit of mass हम यहाँ से निकाल सकते हैं, because unit हम ऐसे ही figure out करते हैं. Unit of mass will be unit of force. Unit of mass will be unit of force, that is 1000 Newton. Unit of time is 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Sorry, unit of time is 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. And unit of length is 1000 kilometers. I mean 1 kilometer, that become 1000 meters. So ये कितना आ गया, 1000 gone. 60 square is 3600. Newton second square per m is kg. So unit of mass in this new system become 3600 kg. So this is the similar type of question, slightly in a different word. इसमें आपको वो n1 u1 करने की जरूरत नहीं है, because इसमें हम कोई unit system change नहीं कर रहे. The quantities, one of the quantity we have to find out the unit. हम बाकियों के terms में उसका dimension formula calculate कर लेते हैं. Got it? Standard क्या था, force अगर 1 Newton हो, length अगर 1 meter हो, 1 meter हो, and time is 1 second, then unit of mass is coming out to be kg. Now we use the new system, new unit. Force is 1000 Newton, time is 1 minute, and length is 1 kilometer. So we exchange that. Here 60 square become 36 into Newton second square per meter becomes kg. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one such question for you. बेटा कोई डाउट हो किसी भी चीज में आप पूछ लेना, और नोट्स को दोबारा रिवाइज करोगे. फर्स्ट 5-10 minutes you can ask the questions, doubts from the last class notes. Every class I start with the same standard statement. Any doubt from the last class? So if not striking right now, when you revise these notes, you should have doubts, and if you have doubt, you should ask straight away in the next class, first 5 minutes or after the class or whatever. You can ना feel completely free. ऐसा नहीं 20-22 लोग हैं तो आपको चांस नहीं मिलेगा, या you feel shy to ask your doubt. Should not be the case.
Sir, can
अभी
you
हम
show the last slide again?
sure.
Okay, done, sir. Thank you.
Now suppose if we take a unit of the quantities, if units of force, energy and velocity. Energy and velocity are 20 Newton, 200 joule and 5 meter per second. Find the units of mass, length and time. अब एक तरीका है कि मास लेंथ, अब यहाँ पर ये 3 फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज मिल गई, फोर्स, एनर्जी एंड वेलोसिटी. One method is that we can use that, but that approach will become very lengthy. What approach? हम मास का डायमेंशन निकालें फोर्स, एनर्जी, वेलोसिटी में, और एनर्जी का डायमेंशन निकालें. So rather than we can use this direct approach. Say for example, if we have to find the length dimension, is it visible that if we divide energy by force, Is it visible? If we divide energy by force, it will become length.
Yes, sir.
So similarly, length is done. Now we have to find mass. Similarly, if we divide energy by velocity square, I mean, this is, you can say it in trial, but it's not exactly it in trial. Dimension of energy divided by dimension of velocity square. Is it mass?
Yes, sir.
And third, we have to find time. So how do we find time? If we divide, okay, that will be a little tricky. You have to find the time. That will be, I think, energy divided by force into velocity. Is it the same? Please check.
Sir, or we can find the length, sir, in by E upon F, and sir, we know the value of V, sir. We can just put these value in the third equation.
Come again.
Sir, we already, sir, we find the value of
बोलो.
L using in the first by dividing E by F,
हम्म.
sir, and
हाँ
sir, we
वो भी
know the
कर
value
सकते
of
हैं.
V, sir. तो थर्ड इक्वेशन में उनकी वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे सर, T v raised to power -1 की वैल्यू आ जाएगी.
राइट यार, वही किया मैंने, वो बस मैंने डायमेंशन के फॉर्म में कर लिया. दिस इज लाइक द स्टैंडर्ड अप्रोच. हमें यही डायमेंशन मिलती है अगर हम एल को लिखते हैं एम टू एफ टू द पावर ए, ई टू द पावर बी एंड बी टू द पावर सी. सो हियर विदाउट यूजिंग दैट पावर मेथड दैट वी कंपेयर द डायमेंशन, हमने थोड़ी सी यहाँ पे बस इक्वेशन को डिराइव करके इक्वेशन 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 1 वी गेट m, इक्वेशन 3 डिवाइडेड बाय sorry equation 2 divided by 3 square we get well mass, and similarly equation of E divided by F into V. The energy is ml2t minus 2, F is mlt minus 2, और नीचे एक आ जाएगा lt minus 1, सारा कैंसिल, ये बचेगा 1 upon t minus 1, that is t. अब अगर मास की यूनिट चाहिए, यूनिट ऑफ मास will be unit of energy. Unit of energy is how much? 200 joule divided by velocity square, that become 25 meter per second square, that becomes 8. So unit of mass is 8 kg. Unit of length is energy by force. Energy is 200 joule and force is 20 newton, so that becomes 10 meter. Unit of time, so हमें हमेशा वो पावर निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है, हम ऐसे भी कर सकते हैं. We can write the equation of dimension and then we can simplify, we can solve. Unit of time will be energy is 200 joule, force is 20 newton, and velocity is 5 meter per second. तो ये 102 टाइम की यूनिट आ जाएगी 2 सेकेंड. The unit of time is 2 सेकेंड. अगर हम कोई ऐसा सिस्टम बनाए जिसमें फोर्स की यूनिट 20 न्यूटन है, एनर्जी की यूनिट 200 जूल है एंड वेलोसिटी की यूनिट 5 मीटर पर सेकेंड है, then in that system the mass, length and time unit we can figure out just by writing the dimension of these quantity in terms of force E and V. एक तरीका था कि हम इसको डायरेक्टली कैलकुलेट करें with the help of f to the power a, b to the power b, e to the power b and v to the power c, बट उसमें तीन अलग अलग इक्वेशन बनानी पड़ती है, एक बार मास के लिए, एक बार लेंथ के लिए, एक बार टाइम के लिए. So what we do, the better is that we can use the dimension approach. हमने dimension लिखी, divide किया, and then we got the dimension of mass, length and time in terms of these given quantities. Right? बेटा ये समझ में आ गया ऋषित? ऋषित? Okay. Very nice. Oh, Some guys left. Very nice. ठीक है. I think I'm so done with this topic. So हमने dimension के all three approach, the application of dimension we have done completely. Checking the consistency of equation, deriving the expression, finding the formula in the new system of unit, and interconversion of unit. So dimension part is done. Dimension exercise I will share from the SL Aroda as well, so that you can start from the basic question. NCRT, there are a few questions I can share with that, but thoda order jumbled up hai, इसलिए I'll suggest that do it at the later on. Next class we will see the errors in measurement and the fundamental measurement thing. First we'll see the measurement of length, time, and mass. Okay, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
छोड़ दूंगा।
Okay then. Okay, sure. ठीक है,
Thank you, sir.
आज के लिए इतना ही. थैंक यू. फ्राइडे क्लास में हम क्वेश्चंस करेंगे, वर्कशीट करेंगे. Well, I will start in the Friday question. Before that, you have to solve the exercises from Estelle Aroda or whatever book you have, and then I will take the doubts of those on Friday. You can send those doubts before the class to my WhatsApp or in the group. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.